Hey, hello and welcome everybody to Homework and Chill. How's it going? It's going really good with me. It's a very chill, it's a very calm, very relaxed Wednesday evening. Um, Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust the audio and making sure I got everything. What's up? How's your Wednesday going? How's your presidential inauguration going? It's been a hell of a day, hasn't it? I don't know. I don't know. The only thought I really had today was performative action is the name of the neoliberalism game, and I'm just not super excited for a lot of people to not give a shit anymore. The one thing I was really thankful for in the last 4 years was that a lot of people started giving a shit, started fucking paying attention, started voting like it mattered, because it does. And they voted in their communities. They voted for councilmen. They voted for local mayors. They voted for people that actually had values and supported other people who didn't just look like them. But I'm not excited that we're gonna get to a place where we just don't give a shit anymore again. Where we take for granted the office of the president. We don't give two fucks about him. And while I'm really excited to not have to think about what my idiot president is going to be doing every single fucking day, what new fresh hell he'll enact upon us, I'm not excited to go back to complacency. I'm not excited for everybody to just go like, oh, it's Biden. Okay, great. He's fine. He's going to fix everything, when it's not. They have a track record for sending out drones, and pretty sure cages started under Obama, and it's sad watching a lot of people pretend to care for a little bit and then watch it, and then just, they get sick of it and go like, okay, thank God I can just put this down. And I don't think there's a bigger sign of privilege than to be able to okay, yeah, no, I don't have to think about this thing anymore. I know they're not going to bother me. I know it's not going to be an issue to me, so I don't have to pay any attention to it. And it's how complacency breeds crap. Complacency breeds, we're all surprised that racism was still a thing in this country. And it's like, yeah, no, it's because it's constantly, we don't do anything about it. We let it slide. We don't call people out. We don't push to end intolerance, push to make those people feel afraid and make those people feel uncomfortable. And we don't do anything in our own lives to confront our own racism. So the passive bullshit moderate racism that we just let slide is ultimately worse. So anyway, it's been a mixed bag of feelings today. It's been rough. It's been tired. It's been many, many things, and I don't even have remotely enough the words to cover what's been going on. So anyway, it's a super chill day. You guys can see that I've just got on YouTube that wonderful lo-fi chill station on. So honestly, I'm just gonna get some homework done. I got Mario Golf kind of just playing on loop in the background and stuff like that. So the audio isn't on, A, because I don't want to hear it totally repetitively. And then B, I am only going to kind of play Mario Golf when I chill a little bit after doing homework and everything. So really, we're just going to get some homework done. This is kind of like a stream to kind of invite you guys on to if you've got work you got to do, or you got things you got to do, or you just you're feeling lonely, or you're kind of feeling bored, or whatever you got going on, you can join in on the stream and just chill and hang out here. And then B, it's really more of an accountability for me to just make sure that I get my homework done. So I've done a bunch of classes now. This is my 4th semester, so I just want to be better at tackling my homework on a more consistent basis. So for me, this is just kind of like a schedule a Wednesday night stream and make sure I get my comments done and my discussion boards for my one class and everything. Then I tackle some other stuff and do some other reading. So, yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna get to working. Anyway, if I'm quiet or I'm chill or whatever it was, don't worry. Join me on chat and come hang out. But otherwise, we're gonna play. We're gonna do a little homework for a little while. We'll play for a little bit. We'll do some homework. We'll play for a little bit. That's kind of how this is gonna go. So, it's my first official week, I guess, of like of homework. I did like last week was like the introductory stuff of like, hey, welcome to the thing. But no homework was due. This is the first week that homework is due, so I like need to get into reading and shit. So let's take a look at Con 2170, my organizational communication class right now, and let's do Chapter 1, the challenge of organizational communication. Overview the communication model. You have the power to choose. So I've got, this is all the things that I have to do. And then we do the discussion and then the quiz, which is kind of fun. So I'm just going to sit and we're just going to do this for a little while, I think, tonight. And then we'll tackle some philosophy, right? Philosophy 1250. So let's take a look at Chapter 1. I got my book, Organizational Communication. I picked it up off of Amazon. I hate buying from Amazon. I don't want to be buying from Amazon, but it's a thing. So I'm also going to be reading out loud. So that's a thing, but it's just fun. Anyway, thanks for joining me here on stream. Appreciate anyone and everyone who's here, and hope to see more folks on, popping in and out of the stream. Welcome to Chapter 1. Check out this humorous video clip about many communication failures in multiple organizations. That's Simon Pegg. It's hilarious. You got to be quick to catch some of them. Here, let's listen to this shit. What could possibly go wrong? And Wilfer.
Are you having burritos for lunch?
I was just poking somebody on Facebook.
The question is whether we're going to go forward to tomorrow or we're going to go past to the back.
And
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Oh, that office-based guy's sad.
Most inspiring thing I ever said to you. Don't be an idiot.
you hit reply all.
I hate to do this, but we have to eliminate some positions, and yours is one of them.
Yeet.
It's hard for me to explain why that was the case. Just take my word for it.
Our profits are the highest they have been in the history of our company.
But maybe I need to be even approachable.
Approachable.
All we need now is to get this stuff translated into every language.
Kill him. Kill him.
This is the German Coast Guard.
We're thinking.
Oh no.
What are you thinking about?
Oh, they're thinking. That's good. That's cute.
Decision has been reached, and it is Tom Henderson.
No way! I cannot believe it. The guy is a
Wanker.
So you're highly motivated and energetic?
That's a shitty airplane. What are you talking about? Those tiny ass wings. Oh no. Who shot him? Oh no, Tiny. Tiny's dead.
911, what is your emergency, please?
I shot Tiny.
I need you to make sure he's dead.
Well, I can do that.
Oh no, he's dead.
Now what?
In conclusion,
He's gonna fall off.
just
Lion Fun Inc. Oh, wonderful. To help you avoid making similar mistakes in Chapter 1 module, you'll learn about the model that has influenced the discipline of communication for many decades. You will learn about some fundamentals you will need to know in order to understand concepts you will learn in future models. That's an odd sentence, but okay. These these objectives will guide your reading, and help you understand what you need for quizzes, for future projects, for discussions, and to become a better communicator. Solve a communication problem using the elements of the communication model. Okay, it's going to be important. Solve a communication problem using perception checking. Oh, I'm going to roll a d20. That'd be great. Apply active listening skills. Identify the characteristics of an organization. Apply the concept of demographics to an organizational communication problem. Reflect on how to solve problems between organizations using communication. To do, during this week, you should complete all the following. Read and view all the material in this model. Read sections of Chapter 1 from your course textbook. Organizational communications approaches and processes. Start reading the section titled Changing Demographics on page 8. Continue reading through the end of the chapter. Complete the discussion board assignment. The first post is due Wednesday at 11:59. Hey, welcome to Wednesday. And respond to 2 classmates by Sunday at 11:59. Complete the chapter 1 quiz. Covers module content, and chapter 1 due Sunday at 11:59. So this is the point of a Wednesday night stream, is because my first post is due on Wednesday at 11:59. If I go to my dashboard, right? As soon as it takes its time to load, it says today's right, Wednesday, January 20th. It doesn't say anything is due yet. It says the discussion is due on Sunday. And while that is the case, with the first post being due, the initial post being due on Wednesday, I need to do that. Otherwise, I'm not going to fucking pass this class. I did that last time in another communication class where I just like skipped Wednesdays basically and just posted on Saturday to Sunday kind of a thing. And while I still got an A in the class, I definitely could have. It was a very easy class that I absolutely could have like fully just got a 100% on, and I didn't because I was too fucking lazy. And I really don't want to do that this time around. So anyway, we're gonna move forward a little bit and see what's going on. The next few pages provide foundational content that you will need to keep in mind for the rest of the course. This course and content includes the communication model, perception checking, active listening. Some of this material is covered in the textbook, but I wanted to flesh it out some more. Other parts of this material are foundational to this course, but not covered directly in the textbook. As we continue through this course, you can refer back to this material. Foundational to studying communication is the communication model. You may be familiar with the communication model if you've taken another communication class. Yes, I have, so I know this one a little bit. A student in medicine needs an anatomy class to become familiar with the parts of the body. As a student in communication, you also need to know the anatomy of communication, of a communication event, and become familiar with the parts of communication. If something goes wrong with the body, a doctor needs to know what part of the body is causing the problem in order to heal the body. Similarly, that's a terrible analogy, but okay. Similarly, if something goes wrong in a communication event, you need to see which communication element is causing the problem in order to heal the relationship. View the image of the communication model below, then read the definition and description of each event. So, a communication model is a sender and a receiver. They each have their field of experience, and they have overlapping fields of experience. The sender encodes their message and sends it through a channel. The receiver decodes that message and gives feedback. That's a bad loop. And then there's noise, which interrupts the message. Person sending the message, person receiving the message. The encoding is the creation of a message. The decoding is the interpretation of a message. Verbal, written, or nonverbal. The channel is what carries the message from the sender to the receiver. For example, sound waves, voice, music, light waves, visually what you see in nonverbal communication, pictures, emails, newspapers, radio, etc. Researchers have spent their whole lives finding out how changing the channel can change the receiver's interpretation of the message. Interesting. See channel chart. What's a channel chart? Face-to-face, telephone, voicemail, email, instant messaging, and hard copy. Immediate effectiveness. I like that there's no good is the high. There's no like best. Weak. Telephone is weakest. Less than setting fit. Interesting. Basically, we're bad at communication no matter what, despite the fact that we're literally communications. Like our entire species revolves around communication. Oh, wonderful. Let's put that back here. For example, Doug and Julie have been dating for 6 months. We think Julie is great, but Doug wants... Why do we think that? He thinks Julie is great, but Doug wants to break up with her. with Julie. He doesn't want the drama of doing it face to face, so he decides it'll be quicker if he just puts a post-it note on her computer screen. Oh my God, what an asshole. Let's break up, Doug. I think Doug's choice of channel is, what an asshole. Thinking about why it would be a better channel. It's not that it's a better channel, it's the ethics of doing that to someone else. This is, I think, the biggest problem I have with communication classes is they always talk about what would be a better channel. It's not that there's anything inherently wrong with the channel. It has to do with the ethics of what you're even talking about. Like, is it ethical to break off a 6-month relationship with someone over a post-it note? Like, if that's your preferred form of communication, like if your partner is a thing where they don't actually like, dealing with hard emotions face to face, then it can totally be like that actually might be a thing that you do to them. Or they do to you. That's an acceptable way, maybe over text message or something like that, is like acceptable. And at the same time, it's, we place a lot of importance on relationships and everything. Like, what would be a channel, what would be a better channel isn't the question we should be asking. Like, how would your partner want to be broken up with is the real question that you should ask, not, if you said do it face to face, you agree with 99% of my students. What's the difference in the message when sent by these two different channels? Doug actually sending more than the message, let's break up, when he chooses a channel. Let's take a look at the messages he'll be sending of each channel. Post it. I'm breaking up with Julie. I'm a coward. I don't respect Julie as a person. I can't take drama. I'm immature when it comes to handling relationships. Now, that's all speculation. You can't say any of those things. I mean, sure, they're saying whatever you're saying them, but they're all, like, you're inferring a bunch of information about Doug based on past experience. Like, these are all ad hominem arguments. Like, assuming that Doug can't take drama is basically just an ad hominem argument. You can't say that he can or cannot take drama based on his choice to do a post-it. There's so many questions here. It's always a thing. Face to face, I'm breaking up Julie. I respect Julie as a person. I have courage. I handle my relationship breakups maturely. Yeah, we say all those things, and it's all contextual. It's all cultural. You can see that Doug may not want to send unflattering messages. That his post-it message unintentionally includes. So choosing the face-to-face channel can avoid those unintended messages. But has anybody ever been broken up by post-it? Maybe it's like a thing. Who knows? We talk about unintentional messages when it comes to text. Okay, let's say that Doug wanted to break up over text message. 30 years ago, text messages weren't a thing. So there's no preconceived, like, there's nothing to say whether there is or isn't going to be breaking up over text messages bad, or like is a good or bad thing. Inherently, it's nothing. And only after people start assigning it, after it happens a bunch of times, do people begin to assign meaning to that action. And even then, that's cultural and societal meaning that, like, fluctuates rapidly. There's never any one set definition of, like, this is exactly what this thing means at every given moment to every single person who's ever encountered it. Fucking words aren't even that way. We have different dictionaries that define words differently because they're all culturally different to everybody. Anything. Noise. This is why I have a hard time with classes, because oftentimes I'm arguing with shit like this constantly. Anything that interferes with the message can actually getting from the sender to the receiver. This can be physical noise, loud music, the receiver being physically sick or hard of hearing, distracted by hunger, or emotional noise. The receiver just lost their mother and is in mourning, is angry with their boss, is in love and thinking about their partner. It's also surprising how gendered language is in these classes, but it also makes sense. Teachers don't give a shit about stuff like that, which is kind of surprising, but then again, is it? I don't know. Or intellectual noise. Sender is using too many words unfamiliar to the receiver, or sending too much information at one time, and the receiver is overwhelmed trying to decode all of it. Feedback. Information coming from the receiver. It can be nonverbal feedback, such as looking at the sender or nodding yes. Field of experience. Each participant comes with experience to the communication event. For example, they have different kinds of families, levels of education, living experiences, and language. that's field of experience. That's an interesting way to say just culture. It's interesting how adjacent to anthropology a lot of this is, but whatever. If they both speak French, they're able to communicate. However, Sender speaks only French, the receiver speaks only Korean, they will be unable to communicate. Unable to communicate via spoken language, not in other ways. Let's say both sender and receiver speak English. However, only the sender has ever tasted sushi. The receiver has never tasted sushi. Do not overlap. Ugh. Context. Thank you, finally. Context is the situation in which the communication event takes place. If you were taking this class in a face-to-face setting, the context would be our classroom. I can ask you to do a role play demonstrating the communication model. You come to the front of the classroom with another student. One would play the sender, one would the receiver. Now let's change the context. Say it's summer and classes haven't started. You never met me as an instructor. You and this other student are having a picnic in the park. I come up to you and ask you to role play and demonstrate the communication model. Would you do it? Probably say no or ignore me. You may even think I'm crazy. So why would you do the role play in the classroom? Same question as in the park, only the context of the situation has changed. Context and situation are not the same things, and people use them in a similar manner, but context and situation are not the same thing. Situation is the physical location, right? The situation, but context is not just where it takes, it's the time of it, the event. It could be, the beginning of class, the middle of class, the end of class, the beginning of the day, the end of the day, context of like what you're trying to accomplish and things like that. Like motives also influence context of like how people communication, like how people communicate, etc. So classroom context inclusion, changing the context changes these. That is true, though context is a lot more subtle and nuanced than just like this is where it's happening. The elements of the communication model will be the ones that you use throughout the semester to analyze organizational communication in the case studies that give you and your own organizational experiences. I'm going to be yawning a ton, so I apologize. Note that your organizational experience includes your family communication being a type of, and family communication being a type of organizational communication. No matter where your communication is occurring, being able to manage your own communications effectively is key. Let's look at how to do that. Before moving on, you're going to see these quick checks. They're not scored. Marty is encoding a message. Yeet. You have the power to choose and change your response by Viktor Frankl. While being tortured, Jesus, and starved in a World War II concentration camp, Dr. Frankl learned he could not remove himself from his circumstance, but he could choose how to respond to his circumstance. Great, wonderful. Viktor Frankl, professor of psychiatry from the University of Vienna, learned this powerful lesson which any human being can learn, but most of us don't use it for our own growth and progress. Dr. Frankl wrote about what he learned in a book called Man's Search for Meaning. More like Frankl's search to escape pain. Holy shit. The power to choose. For you, this is probably not a completely unfamiliar concept. As a child, you were taught to control your impulses. You learned that you don't have to give in to your impulses. You can choose a different response, a new response. Perhaps a good example you remember is the time when you resisted an impulse to buy something, or to eat, or to drink something, or to get mad at someone. If you ever said no to an impulse because there was an important reason to resist, you were exercising your power to choose your response to your circumstances, to your impulses. I like how impulses is an interesting thing when he's really talking about emotions. Here's the other jam. You cannot control your impulses again. People all have to say that, but you can't control your impulse. You can only choose how you respond to your own impulses, per se, right? You want to yell something out loud. Ooh, that lady's hot. On the street. You want to yell that, but you don't. Because you go, oh yeah, no, that's not a good thing. That's not appropriate response, reaction, or anything to say to another human being, yelling at them like that on the street, objectifying them in that way. Or if you want to gorge on something, whatever it is, but you feel the emotion first, and then you work through it, and then go, oh yeah, no, I'm not going to do that kind of thing. Or yeah, I am going to do that. Here's some ways to think about it. You can change a bad habit. You can develop a good habit. You can take the initiative to make things happen. You can choose to leave a time-wasting activity and do something more productive. You can exercise your willpower to get out of bed when the alarm goes off. Mind over mattress. That's cute. You can discipline yourself to do your assignments early. You can give up what you want now for what you want most. You can do your workout when you don't want to because you know it's worth it in the long run. You can choose to smile and be cheerful with the customer who yells at you. You can choose to be happy when life is difficult. All of these are examples of how anyone can exercise the ability to choose their response to their circumstances or their stimulus. This ability is probably your most important source of power. You can control yourself. You can discipline yourself. You can choose your response. We'll talk about this. I don't know. There's some toxic masculinity shit lurking here, and I just know it. This like emotions are bad, and it's discipline and control is makes you a better person. That's not true. The ability to choose your response to your circumstance, your impulse, also means you can choose to change. If you ever worked in customer service, you might not learn how to calm an angry customer. Those who have developed this skill through lots of experience are truly effective working with the angry customer. To learn to feel. They do not need to defend themselves, as though they do not need to defend themselves. Empathy, huh? They're able to meet the angry, loud, and even accusing tones with a calm and controlled voice, able to de-escalate the situation and calm the customer. It becomes easier to exercise the self-control the more we do it, right? Neurons that fire together, wire together. This is the skill of personal change. It's your power. This is a weird... Why are we talking about this? Okay, whatever. In organizations and in life, exercising this ability to control yourself, to change yourself, to choose your response to your circumstances, and to choose your response to your stimulus will have a huge impact on the contribution you can make. You are assigned to be more aware of this important power you have and start exercising the power in your life. You will have more opportunities to see how this important personal power relates to communication in organizations, and you'll have opportunities to exercise it almost immediately. I can watch the 8-minute video below. I am not going to watch an 8-minute video on Viktor Frankl. I'll pick up a book and I'll read it later and go from there. Instructions, no due date, points, 12 questions. Often people think about communication as the spoken or written aspect of communication, but effective communication starts with effective perception and listening skills. These skills form the foundation of, okay, I actually would really agree with that. Effective communication starts with perception and listening skills. It's important to listen. Before we get to how you can boost your perception and listening skills, let's run a little test of your perception skills. Do not worry, this test is not great. It's simply complete or incomplete exercise. When you are ready, you will listen to the story. After you listen to the story, you'll be asked questions about what happened. Oh, I should get a thing. Begin, I guess. Once you click next, you cannot listen to the clip again, okay?
A businessman had just turned off the lights in the store when a man appeared and demanded money.
A businessman?
A businessman had just turned off the lights in the store when a man appeared.
A businessman just turned off lights.
Appeared and demanded money. The owner opened the cash register. The contents of the cash register were scooped up, and the man sped away.
Cash register. Money scooped up.
A member of the police force was notified promptly.
Member of police force notified promptly. And one more time.
A businessman had just turned off the lights in the store when a man appeared and demanded money. The owner opened the cash register. The contents of the cash register were scooped up, and the man sped away. A member of the police force was notified promptly.
Was it the contents of the cash register, huh?
A businessman had just turned off the lights in the store when a man appeared and demanded money. The owner opened the cash register. The contents of the cash register were scooped up, and the man sped away.
Okie dokie.
A member of the police force was notified promptly.
Here we go. A man appeared after the owner had turned off his store lights. I mean, technically, he just... not according to the story. So, a businessman... Balls... I think the robber was a man? I think it was like the robber demanded money. Hey, Steel Blue, how's it going? We're listening to some Bloomin' and Mel and whatever, just Chilled Cow apparently on YouTube. Lo-fi and chill hop right now. I'm just doing homework. How are you? How's your night going? I don't think the robber was a man because it technically didn't say. Right? The man did not demand the money. No, that's false. The man who opened the owner opened the cash register. I do remember that. Doing mind games for book. Hey, that's really fun. Yeah, this is COM 2170 organizational communication approaches and processes. So I'm just going through just module 1 for this week. I've got to do whatever module 1 stuff is, and then I've got to do a discussion post that I've got to write. So I figured I'd just do this for a little bit, and then we'll play some Mario Golf for a little while, and then we'll do some more shit. And then we'll just get our work done for this evening. That's really cool. Mind games sound really fun, though. The store owner scooped up the contents. That's false. Someone opened a cash register. That's cool. I'm glad you've been having fun with that. This is fun. I'm just reading, I'm reading my homework. I'm gonna read chapter 1 here on screen in a little bit. I gotta read through it before I have both a quiz and a discussion post. I have to do one initial post by tonight at midnight, and then I've got to do 2 companion posts responding to people by Sunday. But I usually like to just fucking do a thing. Oh, you won't be distracting me at all. I have a game on here exactly so I can take breaks and things and stuff like that, whatever it is. You're not at all a distraction. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So, no, hang out, do your thing. Please don't feel like you will be distracting me. You won't be. So, it's no big deal. I appreciate that. Before you got on screen, I was actually really just talking about why I wanted to do this, and it's really because I've had so this is my 4th semester in my 18th class online, and I was really organizing my first 2.5 semesters before the pandemic, and then it really was holy shit, this is really shitty during the pandemic, and I completely fell out with all of my organizational skills and everything. And so in order to not fall in the same ruts and everything, I was like, you know what, I'll stream it. Fuck it, I'll stream it, I'll make it a thing, and then I'll hold myself accountable to what I have to do on Wednesday evening so that I'm not overwhelmed with doing all my shit on Sunday night, because that's normally what I would do. I'd wait until Sunday night and panic write everything, and I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm like, all right, do a little bit now, do some reading, and then, you know, fuck, whatever. You get to learn a little bit of what I'm learning. We'll talk about stuff, because the other fun part is then we can talk about, like, I like talking about a lot of the stuff that I'm reading, because a lot of times the books, I question a lot of the books. I question a lot of the stuff that I'm like, is this a thing? Is it worthy? Is it important? Is it relevant? Is it rational? Is it set? You know, and it'd be nice to have other people's opinions. Sometimes I always feel like I talk to myself when I do my homework, and yeah, that's good, but whatever. So thanks. I actually really appreciate that you're hanging out on stream too, Steel Blue. It'll be really fun. So when I get to reading and stuff like that, like I'll read like a paragraph, then I have to pause and think about, like, what the fuck does that even mean? And we'll talk about it and stuff like that. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to share. My philosophy class is kind of fun. Critical thinking class. I wish I had the Amazon sticker wasn't right in the fucking critical thinking of students. Never mind, just critical thinking. But then, yeah. Anyway, whatever. I'm just rambling over now, but it'll be fun. After the man demanded the money. After the man who demanded the money scooped up the contents cash register, he ran away. Yeah, I think so. That is true. And then the police were called. All the cash register contained money from the store. Yes. Does not state how much. The robber demanded the money of the owner? No, that's not true. It is not true. I also like this chill hop too. This music's really nice. Which only 3 persons are referred to: the owner of the store, a man who demanded money, and a member of the force. I think so. Technically, it was a businessman, an owner, a man. So, I guess someone demanded money. Crashers was. Yeah, sure. 0 out of 0. Let's see. That's the story. A man appeared after the owner. Oh, this, I don't know. That's not. Okay. No, we'll see. No, it just didn't have it has 0 out of 0. So it's like a worthless test kind of a thing. It's meant to be like, let's boost your listening skills. Okay. Here, you get to work with this through me. So I listened to the story. Right here, Steel Blue, you can listen to this.
A businessman had just turned off the lights in the store when a man appeared and demanded money. The owner opened the cash register. The contents of the cash register were scooped up, and the man sped away. A member of the police force was notified promptly.
Okay. That's the thing I was supposed to listen to. So then we're supposed to, like, a businessman had just turned off lights in the store when a man appeared and demanded money. The owner opened the cash register. The contents of the cash register were scooped up and the man sped away. A member of the police force was notified promptly. So that's the thing. And then I'm supposed to answer questions based off of it. Wow, I got a bunch wrong. Okay, so a man who appears and demands money is a robber, right? So the robber being a man is true, which I guess I answered false. So technically it should have been this one, not I don't know. A man appeared and demanded money. Wait, what the fuck is this? Doesn't it say the story says that a man appeared and demanded money, thus false is the correct answer, but the correct answer says I don't know? Okay, this is trash. The story says that a man appeared. The man did not demand money. He did demand money, so that's the thing. Yep. Owner opened the cash register. Oh, this is true. The owner scooped up. These are weird questions, aren't they? Okay, so if the store says the contents of the cash register were scooped up, yes, I don't know is an answer, but at the same time, I can't prove that he did take them. But it's better to prove that he, like, I would think false also technically works, right? Wouldn't you say, like, the store owner scooped the restaurant? Because you can't prove that the store owner scooped up the contents of the cash register, since it says the contents of the cash register were scooped up. False also works in this situation. False is also a correct answer because it might be true and it also might not be true. Therefore, it's not only I don't know it, but I can't with affirmative say that the statement is true. Therefore, I can say it's false. Someone up a cash register. Yep. After the man, I guess after the man who demanded the money scooped up the contents, it doesn't say that he scooped up. It's the same thing as this one. We don't know who scooped up the contents. While the cash register contained the money, doesn't state how much. That's also not true either. It doesn't state, the story doesn't state how much money the thing contained, even if it doesn't have, even if there was no money. This is dumb. This is dumb. All of these are I don't knows. I don't know. 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 This is lame. I'm gonna fight all of these dumb things. Now you've taken the story quiz, go back and read the story and answers to following facts. Yada, yada, yada. This is hella weird. This is weird because there's so many things that are like, no, I don't know isn't an answer. Like proving the positive and proving the negative are different things. So like there's lots of times where like false also is also the correct answer because you can't affirmatively say one or the other. This is hella weird. My glasses are super fucking weird. I always get weird fucking glasses. Click previous at the bottom of this page to view the feedback. The text of the story is found in question 1's feedback. What? Perception is more than... What? Check your answers and feedback for all the questions. Perception is just more than separating facts from assumptions. You also need a good imagination. If a friend agrees to meet you at dinner at 7 p.m., they don't show up, what's your first thought? They're so undependable. Could there be another reason why they're late? This isn't imagination. This is just empathy. The more reasons you come up with they may be late, the more likely you'll be right. Let's test your imagination with this exercise. I'll give you the beginning of a story and you'll post your idea of what you think happened. Let's see how many different options the class comes up with. This is extremely stupid. Okay, great. A man was walking along slowly. He looked down and saw a hole in his suit. In a moment, he was dead. Try to think of what happened to the man. Let your imagination guide you. Share a new idea that no one else has shared. Share one idea. What? No, thank God. You know you're not being graded for this stuff. Let's hope not. This would be a terrible thing to get graded on. How would you grade this? Let's see. We've got a walking slowly, shotgun, an experienced shooter, somebody anal about their suits. That's a kink right there. Kalia Brinkerhoff, I'm fucking calling you out for putting anal about his suits. You're just somebody dared you to sneak anal in a conversation. You were like, I think I can do it right here. Disgusting. Steel Blue, what should we say? We should say that he got hit by a car. That sucks. Looking down. All the time he needed to step. Bus lane. And to look up. Here's the other thing. You're gonna laugh at me. I type with these 3 fingers, these 6 fingers. I can't type like a normal human being. I peck like a fucking raptor. It's wild. Also, how's the audio, Steel Blue? Does everything sound good? Like you can hear the music, but it's not too loud and shit. Oh, wow. Post the reply. Nice. I think that's it, right? I'm glad you like it. I do too. It's my favorite type of music. Perception checking. Now that we have possibly hit on their own perception, let's take a look at some other people being tricked by their perception. 4 minutes 47.
Most of us think we're pretty observant. But with a bit of mind control, I wanted to see if I could make these people take even the most obvious things for granted.
I feel like I've seen this video before.
Do you know how to get to Trinity Church from here? Yeah. You see that church down there? Yep, straight through there.
This is funny. Yeah, I've seen this. This shit's funny.
You stay on that, which is, I believe, Broadway. And then you walk down 2 or 3 blocks, and Trinity Church is on the right-hand side. We're walking in that direction.
Excuse me, you don't know where Trinity Church is, do you?
Oh no. Sir Alexander Hamilton is buried.
We're down here.
It's amazing to see how many people don't pay attention. So watch. This is wild.
That seemed almost too easy. So later on, I see how far I can take it.
They do it with different genders, different heights, different colors, races. It's wild.
Okay. Last time I switched with someone who looked a little bit like me, but where's the fun in that?
You know who best direct you? The other side. You see where that lady's standing?
Sure.
That's the booth. No, the lady in the gray.
The other side.
Yeah, the other side of
But
the
you say you don't know where it is.
Exactly what street, no, but it's in that direction.
Okay.
Yeah, okay?
Excuse me. Do you know where Trinity Church is? From here.
Yeah, fine. Come on, I'll take you. Are you gonna walk now?
I'm gonna catch some other people. Sorry, guys.
Okay, listen. Once you go on Broadway, remember the numbers are going.
There he's in. Could have sworn it was another guy. But then he doesn't question it. You bet me. You bet Steel Blue.
Excuse me. You know where Trinity Church is? Ah, great. Well, where are we on here? We sort of there.
We're right here.
Right through, thank you.
Go on. We are Brooklyn Bridge. You want to cross over there? Go down
I know.
Broadway.
It's okay.
Right
Yes, please. Thanks. Could you also do a ginger ale? That'd be great.
Excuse me, mate.
Ginger ale, please.
Do you know the area? Do you know Piccadilly Circus? So through there?
Yeah, through the Leicester Square.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, go on for me. Where?
Keep going that way.
This way.
Get to Piccadilly Circus.
Oh, thank you very much.
No
Oh,
problem.
careful of the car. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Excuse me, are you familiar with this area? No. No? Okay, all right. Piccadilly Circus?
Piccadilly Circus. Coming
Yeah.
back from here. Piccadilly Circus is
Oh,
right
sorry.
here.
Hang on, sorry. Sorry, which?
I just saw it right here.
Okay, so is that straight over?
Definitely not that way. Piccadilly Circus is, I know it's that direction.
Over that way. Okay, thank you.
That's funny.
Do you know this area at all?
All right. Take a look at this PowerPoint on perception. 12 minutes?
In this section, we'll talk about how perception and how the way you see and interpret communication events has everything to do with meaning and competent communication. The video clip you just saw is an astounding clip because the camera focuses our eye on the switch while the people right next to the switch do not see it. Remember the maps? You think you would be fooled if you were one of those participants?
Absolutely not.
The video clip illustrates how we can focus on what's important.
I see strangers on the street and notice them weeks later. Like, oh, hey, I saw that guy the other day.
The switch. This is called selective perception. From your assessments about yourself as a communicator, you probably noticed that perception is a key to competent communication. It would be handy if I could just open up my head and open up your head and dump my meaning into you. You would easily perceive my meaning and there would be no misunderstandings. I could just say, go get the cat, and you would know precisely what to do. Because it doesn't work that way, I have to put together a group of symbols like language that I hope creates the same meaning in you that I have in me. Now, this triangle of meaning describes the process. English linguist Ogden and Richards, who are authors of the book The Meaning of Meaning, a study of the influence of language upon thought and the science of symbolism, developed the triangle of meaning using their research on perception. It's foundational to communication. At the top of the triangle, we have a thought. We have a thought about an object, a person, an event, or an idea, and in the lower right hand, and then on the side of the lower left hand triangle, and then we have a group of symbols, or a symbol, which could be a word, that we hope will successfully communicate our ideas about the object, person, idea, or event. Now, words are our symbol set. Unfortunately, meaning is not in words. That's important to remember. Meaning is not in words. The meanings we attach to words are arbitrary. Meaning is in people. You want to memorize that. Meaning is in people.
I like that,
That's how we
actually.
decide to interpret the symbols or words that give it meaning. That's why misunderstandings happen so often. When someone asks you to give them a ring, do you want to ring them on a phone, or do you want them to bring you something to wear on your finger?
Or a booty call? Who knows? It could be a booty call.
Say, go get the cat. Did you think of your cat? A small furry animal? What color is your cat? How big? If you thought of a small feline pet, we call that the denotative meaning of the symbol cat. It's the dictionary definition. I remember the term denotative by remembering D for denotative, D for dictionary. We can differ in our dictionary definition of cats. If I say, go get my cat Tiger, do I mean this cat on the left or this cat on the right? Now, how many meanings can you find for cat?
I wonder if that's where
Sometimes cat is short for Catherine.
We get
Or
denotative.
the acronym CAT, Computer Aided Technology.
Or a cat is a short for a caterpillar.
Change the context. Let's see if we can find some other
Yeet.
definitions. Now we're on a construction site, and I say, go get the cat. What will you get? Right, a caterpillar tractor.
Well, actually, that's a bulldozer, so
In a hospital, if the doctor says, go get a cat, she means a type of x-ray or a scan or computed tomography.
definitely does not. Okay. All right.
Let's change the context again to a beach.
Catamaran.
What kind of cat do you get this time? Right. If you said catamaran, a two-pontoon sailboat, that's what I was talking about. Now, our perceptions are also made up of all of our feelings. and
Yeah,
experiences.
connotative.
This is called the connotative meaning. Do you like cats? You may find you have great comfort from a cat that purrs softly on your lap after a difficult day at school or work. On the other hand, you may be allergic to cats. Choo! And only think of getting away from a cat.
Nice. I like that my professor's trying to be funny.
Take the connotative meaning into account. Say I'm a pet shelter representative and I'm trying to persuade our class members to adopt a cat. If I don't understand that each student has different likes and dislikes about cats, I'll not be very persuasive. However, if I know your needs as a student, I may be able to overcome some of the negative perceptions you have about cats. For instance, I may approach the class by saying, I know some of you are dog lovers rather than cat lovers and get frustrated with the independent nature of the cat. However, this independent nature will save you heartache. Why? You are so busy with work, school, family, and maybe a little social life that you don't have time to walk a dog, to take it out to the bathroom, hush its yapping, brush its teeth, or play and fetch. A cat doesn't require any of these services and even washes itself. You're also under tremendous stress. Did you know that the peaceful, calm purring of a cat can calm your stress and bring your heart rate down? This calm state allows you to concentrate more effectively in school and increases your health. See how knowing the connotative perceptions of the audience may help me formulate a more persuasive message? Now, we also selectively perceive information in our environment. We cannot pay equal attention to the hum of the fluorescent lights, the cool metal of the chairs, the clock on the wall, the smell of dinner cooking, or the dryness of our eyes. If we are hungry, we will likely selectively perceive the smells of dinner and get up from our computer to eat.
This is the spotlight theory of attention.
We can also be conditioned to selectively perceive. Take a look at this
Oh,
picture
thanks.
of the feather. How old is the woman you see in the picture? Is she old or young?
I see both, though.
In an experiment, participants were showed one of these two pictures above. Before the picture of the woman with the feather, they were conditioned to selectively perceive an old woman, like the one on the left. If they were shown the old woman, or the young woman, if shown the picture on the right.
What?
Can you see both now? They're both looking to our left. The mouth of the old woman forms the choker for the young woman. The chin of the young woman is the nose of the old woman. Now, why is this perception trick important? Notice nothing has changed about the picture. The lines and colors remain the same, but it's our perception of the picture that opens our eyes to see it in different ways.
Magic eyes.
We communicate with others. We perceive the same communication events very differently from another person. If we're unable to see through their eyes, we are likely to judge that their way of seeing as wrong or does not exist. We'll likely fight for our way of seeing and get into a conflict or argue and dismiss the other person's perception. You can see the old woman's mouth here with the old woman's chin, her eye, and nose, Actually, this nose is the chin.
A babushka.
You can barely see the tip of her cute little nose right here with her eyelash as she looks to our left. Well, this really happened in one of my classes. A student gave me permission to share this example with you. He came to me after class and told me the difficulty he was having with his roommate. They had mildew in their shower. To get rid of the mildew, they needed to dry out the shower. So he told his roommate to open the shower curtain each time he finished showering. This was a conversation in their apartment.
Oh, funny.
You didn't open the shower curtain when you finished showering. Yes, I did. No, you didn't. I checked. Yes, I did. Can you see the problem? If you guess that each roommate assumed the meaning of the word open as a universal meaning, you are right. So when someone tells you to open the shower curtain, what do you do? Does it look like the shower curtain on the left or the shower curtain on the right?
That's funny.
Can the mildew dry if the shower curtain looks open like the one on the left? Sure it can. When the curtain is spread out, the mildew can dry out on the curtain. How about open on the left or on the right? Sure. The shower gets air circulating along the walls and the mildew dries out along the walls. Well, the next class period, I asked this student if he had solved the shower curtain problem.
No.
He said yes.
We did.
How,
Oh, good.
Well, told me. We both went into the bathroom together, and I asked him to show me how he opened the shower curtain. We figured out closed meant open to me, and the reverse for him. So we came to an agreement on the meaning of open.
Nice.
Problem solved. You can avoid frustration and conflict if you remember the triangle of meaning and do some perception checking like these roommates finally did. How much more effective is our communication when we take the time to recognize
To give a shit about another human being? Yeah.
any communication? Here are two more pictures to test your perception.
It's a one hell of an ugly looking duck.
Do you see the rabbit and the duck? Take a look. Hint. The duck's beaks are also the same as the rabbit's ears.
There's one hideous looking duck.
What about the liar? Do you see the man's profile? And the words written in cursive? Try tipping your head a little to the right.
Oh, nice.
Do you see liar?
The butt.
Written here?
I see a butt face. I see a butt face butt. That's what I see.
Nose and mouth. Those pictures are fun to try. However, they illustrate a more serious issue of difference in perception. If you only know one meaning, you are likely to be wrong. If you can see several meanings, you're likely to be right. Your ability to see meaning from many different viewpoints will significantly increase your competence as a communicator. The end. How many meanings do you have for end?
Yeet. Respond to at least 2 of your classmates' posts. I don't want to respond to at least 2 of your classmates' posts. it's interesting how oftentimes what happens when it's satiation? That's it. Wink. Okay, 2 responses. Doink. We listen at a rate of 500 to 800 words. That's wild. It's not about the nail. Fucking how many videos do I have to watch? Jesus. Bet you're trying to fix it.
You always do this. You always try to fix things when what I really need is for you to just listen.
See, I don't think that's what you need. I think what you need is to get the nail.
See, you're not even listening now.
Okay, fine. I will listen. Fine.
Sometimes it's like there's this achy. I don't know what it is. And I'm not sleeping very well at all. And all my sweaters are snagged. I mean, all of them. Ow!
Come on. If you would just
Don't.
Interesting. Notice how hard it is not to jump in and give advice when you are certain you have the right answer to fix the other person's problem. In fact, most students look forward to the time when they are the parent or the manager so they can do the talking instead of the listening. Well, here are some startling statistics. As reported by Harvard Business Review, researchers found that executives spend between 65 to 90% of their working day listening to someone. You may have seen the cost of poor listening in the classroom when you missed information on an assignment and received a poor grade. One consultant did the math of poor listening in organizations. With more than 100 million workers in this country, a simple $10 listening mistake made by each of them as a result of poor listening would add up to a cost of $1 billion. Most people make numerous listening mistakes every week. So 100 million. That means every worker makes. That means everybody. Okay, that's not that much within the kind of like. Okay, wow, $1 billion isn't that big of a deal, but if they make numerous listening mistakes every week, so if all 100 million workers made an average of one listening mistake a week, 52 weeks out of a year, $100 million workers are costing business owners $5 billion. $52 billion a year. That's a lot of money. Because of listening mistakes, letters have to be retyped, appointments rescheduled, shipments rerouted. That's actually really funny that they bring that up. I misprinted my I typed in wrong my address on two things I purchased recently. It's not Terrace Sky Lane. It's not Sky Terrace Lane. It's Terrace Sky Lane. And I was like, oh shit. I did Sky Terrace, not Terrace Sky. And it caused some problems. So I was like, oh fuck. These numbers were generated in 1980. Nice. These numbers were generated in 1980. To bring that up to modern times, there are about 130 million workers in the U.S. today, and a $10 mistake in 1980 would be an inflation adjusted to $30 today. That means the simple listening mistakes might cost us $4 billion a week. So 4 times 52. That actually seems like an interesting thing. That actually seems like something worth it. 52 times, right, is $208 billion a year in idiot mistakes. On the other hand, you know what it happens when you listen well. When you listen well in class, your grades improve. Executive blah, 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 blah. There we go. Empathic listening. Thank you. Finally. Dr. Stephen R. Covey, who wrote the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, explains that the most important concept he ever learned in the field of communication was to seek first to understand, then to be understood. Which we don't practice today.
When it comes to relationships, if I could only help my clients learn one skill, it would be this: listening to hear.
Therapy in a nutshell.
Whether you're a parent, child, spouse, coworker, or friend,
LMFTs.
The ability to listen, understand, and show that you care is an essential building block to any relationship. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not a naturally good listener. My family and friends probably wouldn't describe me as a great listener.
That sucks.
But it is a skill that I've worked on and developed over time. And this episode of Therapy in a Nutshell is going to teach you some of the ways you can improve your listening skills. Empathic listening helps people be more open and less defensive, and creates a space where people are able to understand their emotions better and resolve them. It improves collaborative problem solving, it builds trust and helps people feel connected, and it facilitates the building of emotional intelligence, that is the ability to understand and express what it is you're feeling. In order to become a better listener, there's a few skills you can actively practice while you're listening to other people. The first one is simply paying attention. Try to focus your mind and thoughts on what they're talking about. The second skill is what one of my professors called shut-upping. Just stop talking. Talking a lot obviously gets in the way of your ability to be a good listener.
Sure.
I once heard this described as using the hairy eyeball. So when someone says something, you kind of lift your eye. Okay, I'm terrible at this, but you just
extremely terrible.
They're gonna keep talking. You don't have to say a lot of
the lazy eye.
Using your body language. So opening yourself up. You're not crossing your arms or looking down at the ground, you know? You look at them. You know, you just open yourself up to people.
Sure.
You can give nonverbal encouragement like head nodding and kind of matching the speaker.
Oh, yeah.
If they're pacing back and forth, you watch them and you move with them. And you can also invite people to say more by saying things like, oh, tell me more.
Mirroring.
Or, oh, I'd like to hear more about that, or what happened. Another really essential skill of good listening is listening for the deeper meaning of what they're talking about.
No.
Reflect that back to them. It helps them feel understood. So a child comes home from school and had a rough experience with homework. And if you just engage about the homework, you know, they say, oh, I'm no good at math. Then you get in a discussion about the homework. No, you can do math. Here, let me show you. Here's how to do this problem. Let me fix this. then you're completely ignoring what the child is feeling, which is maybe, a little bit down or discouraged. So
That's it's not problematic, but that is a touchy subject and that's a touchy situation because listening for deeper meaning is highly subject. Are they actually meaning the things that you're interpreting? Because unless you directly ask them what they mean and the deeper meaning of what they're getting to, you have to assume. And that's a hard part because you may assume incorrectly. You may assume wrongly, you may assume poorly. So listen, yes, for the quote deeper meaning, and don't do the emotional work for the partner, for the other person speaking. Ask them. I think better than listening for the deeper meaning is be curious. If you're actually curious and engaged and invested in what they're saying, you will listen to those things and go like, oh yeah, shit. Oh, hey, that sounds, you don't sound, it sounds like you're talking about something else. Are you okay? Is there something else you want to talk to me about? Is there those questions? If you're curious about your partner, if you're curious about the partner in conversation, really, if you're curious about them and what they're actually saying, that's better than just doing a thing.
See that you're feeling discouraged. This is hard. Can help them feel like you're on the same page with them and like you understand them.
Yes. Validate.
Now, you might not be a good listener if you're doing the following things. And I think a lot of us don't realize it when we're doing these things.
Doing what I'm doing.
They interfere with our ability to listen or to help the other person feel like we understand.
Oh, yeah.
So good listening is not agreeing or disagreeing. You don't have to agree with someone to listen to them. And I think a lot of people get caught up in that. Remember, our goal is to start with just understanding them. Good listening is not giving advice.
You can even validate without agreeing either.
It's not problem solving. It's not saying, well, look, it's going to get better tomorrow, or don't worry.
Invalidating.
It'll be okay. Don't ask a lot of questions. That's you directing the conversation, and sometimes makes the person who's speaking feel like they're being grilled or interrogated. Problem solving for the other person can often feel like discounting their feelings. If you say things like, oh, it's not that bad, or oh, if you only did this, that would fix it, it interferes with their ability to feel understood. Saying things like, oh, I understand, or, oh, you think that's bad? Let me tell you about something that happened to me.
One-upping's fun.
really get in the way of helping another person feel understood. Anytime you're trying to change them or...
You know what's interesting about what she says about I understand? I understand is it's another tricky statement, right? Because it can be important to say, hey, I don't know exactly what you're going through, and I went through a similar situation last year, and I know how I felt in that situation. You don't show, I know exactly how you're feeling, because you don't. You're not them. You don't have their experiences, their family, their lives, their genetics, their biology. You don't understand the way that they process the world. You cannot ever fully understand what another human is going through at any given moment. You do, however, have what you went through, and you know how you felt, and you know how emotions work for a lot of people. So there's something to saying that, hey, I don't know how you're feeling, and I went through something really shitty last year. Not one-upping them, but sharing an experience that, like, hey, this is something that I went through, and I know how I felt, and it was really fucking terrible. It gives them space to go like, oh, hey, I'm not alone. I kind of alone in this, because the other thing is we want to be validated in our pain, in that what we are going through is unique to us. So we want to be alone in our pain, but we don't want to be isolated, right? So we want to know that, okay, you're there, and you may not know what I'm feeling, but you know heartbreak, and you know heartache, and you know grief, and you know sorrow. So, okay, I can deal with that kind of shit. So, like, it's important. That's important too.
Convince them of something or sway their opinion, that's an indication that you're not doing a good job listening. Now, this is where a lot of people get their undies all in a bundle about listening.
Their undies in a bundle.
Say to me, what, you're saying I can never give advice or I can't help someone? And that's not the case. Of course, there's a time for advice giving. There's a time for empathy.
That's my... Did you catch that? When they go, well, I can never give advice. Were you even fucking listening? No, you weren't. Because if you were listening, you would see that that's not what she said. But you heard it as, oh, I just want to get in. Like, then, if that's your takeaway, you weren't listening at all. And it just goes to show, maybe you need to listen more. Maybe your advice isn't as important as you think it is, and maybe you should listen more.
Advising by saying, oh, you know what, that happened to me once. There's a time to encourage someone or to teach them math, but it's not listening. What I'm saying is you start with listening, you start with understanding, you start with acknowledging them and checking to see if you acknowledge them.
Validating.
Understanding them. So you might say things like, oh, so what you're saying is you feel like your teacher doesn't get you.
So let me get this straight.
You're having a
Let me
hard time
understand.
listening to your teacher. And you clarify, and then they may
Okay,
say, yeah, that's
I'm
the
hearing
problem.
this.
No,
Is that right?
That's not the problem.
Yep.
The problem is da-da-da-da-da. And by doing that step, you get to a place where you're both on the same page, and they know that you understand them. And after that, if there is a need to give advice or try to share your opinion or change their mind, there might be room for that after. But it always works better after that firm foundation of understanding that they know you understand them. Good listening is hard, but it's hardest with the people we're closest to. That's because when they share something that makes them feel sad or hurt or upset, we feel that same pain and those same emotions. So we often are quick to jump in and try and fix things for them, or if they're expressing
Didn't
something
boil up or
about
whatever?
us, we tend to be more defensive because we have a stronger emotional
Oh, yeah.
reaction to them. So when we're jumping in to fix something or we're jumping in with advice, it might not be because we're trying to help them feel better, but because we're trying to relieve our own discomfort.
That's very true.
In those times, we have to work twice as hard to use our good listening skills and not immediately try to fix the problem. Even if you
We need to go to therapy to process why we are experiencing discomfort and talk about why we want to fix someone else's problems as a way to avoid bringing up discomfort, as a way of feeling discomfort and having to like, nope, I can't feel this. I need to fix this and go back to being comfortable again. Yep, we get up. We have to do the emotional work to figure out why we need to constantly fix instead of validate and acknowledge.
You have a really good conversation with someone and you're able to share your points of view, but they don't agree with you at the end, at the very least, they'll feel like you understand them. And that's a valuable step forward. Now, if you'd like to practice this, go out there and try and have a 5-minute conversation with someone without asking questions, giving advice, or talking about yourself. This can be quite challenging, but it's a skill that can be developed. Now, one last caveat. If all you're doing is using these listening skills as a way to try and convince or change someone else, so you think, well, if I'm a better listener, I can convince that person to change, then this is all going to backfire on you. People can feel our intentions. They can tell if we actually care or if we're just acting like we're listening or if we're just using some skill on them. Especially teenagers are really good at sniffing out when we're using some new skill. So make sure when you go in to listen to someone, you get your heart in the right place and you try to focus your energy on caring about them and what they have to say. So, thanks for watching. Hope this is helpful. Take care.
Maybe in a weird way, I actually just care about other people. Instead of psyching yourself up and like convincing yourself like, I'm going to focus my energy and I'm going to care about them. Why don't you just do it? Why don't you actually just give a shit about another human being? Actually give a shit about what someone else is going through? Both positive and negative. And maybe ask yourself the question, why do I have a hard time focusing on what someone is telling me? Why do I have to fix? Why do I have to distract? Why do I not listen to other people when they speak to me? you'll probably find that you weren't listened to. And the communication pattern of caring about what someone else was saying wasn't modeled for you. So you don't have the correct model of showing like, oh, this is actually how I care about another human being. A lot of us fake it really well. But we were raised by people who modeled poor communication skills for us. So we don't know what it looks like to actually be genuinely interested in another human being. Hopefully you're not getting ASMR on the stream, but in order to seek first to understand, then be understood, you must listen with the intent to understand rather than with the intent to reply. Right, waiting for your turn to speak. It's okay to prompt the other person to continue by saying something like, tell me more. Reflect empathetically. Or, how would you like to handle the situation? Listen empathetically within the frame of reference to the other. Try to understand what they're feeling in addition to what they're saying. Listen with deep sincerity and integrity. Just listen to them. 4 don'ts. Until you fully understand, it's important to avoid the following so you can understand from their frame of reference, not your own. So don't. Evaluate. I agree or disagree with that. Your evaluation comes from within your frame of reference, not theirs. Asking questions can be okay, but careful probing questions come from your frame of reference. Probing questions could make the other person feel interrogated, even defensive. This could shut down the conversation. Avoid saying something like, don't you think you should? Why did you do that? Or what's the worst that can happen? No, none of the questions are bad questions, but your purpose is first to understand without directing the speaker. Well, don't you think you should implies that you know better than them. Why did you do that questions their motives. Oftentimes when they told you what their motives were or what happened. Or what's the worst that can happen implies that whatever anxiety they're having about the situation, it's not as important. Or it's minimal, really. Advise, do this, do that, I suggest. And interpret. Don't tell the person what they're going through. Be a faithful translator. Restate it to the speaker's satisfaction. Make sure you understand the other person. One of the ways to listen actively is to reflect empathetically. This means paraphrase back to the person what they said, the emotion they expressed, and the content they expressed. Here's the formula. A formula? Wow. Emotion plus content? Interesting. Goes empathetic listening. I like this. I like using this template to help me avoid the 4 don'ts. You feel blank because blank. Tran says, my supervisor told me this morning I was going to receive a bonus for the work I did on the federal government account. Charlie says, you feel excited because you're being rewarded for your work. That's not how humans talk, but okay. Emotion is the most important part of the paraphrase, so brush up on a list of emotion words. Now that I can get behind. Emotion words. Let's take a look. I feel like I've got a big feeling words. Feelings wheel. That's it. I've seen these guys. Feelings. Feelings wheel. A wheel, the wheel of feelings. Safe search, all sizes. Lodge. That's it. I think I like this color better. Nope. There we go. That's pretty big. View to file. Joy.
A movie called Jurassic Parka. Oh. No. A bunch of out-of-control jackets take over an island.
It's the only funny thing I think he's ever done in the show.
What I do is so lame, then why did you insist on coming with me this morning? How was it so I just wouldn't go with Mark?
No. I wanted to be with you.
Wanted to be with you.
Like, lately, I feel like you're slipping away from me, you know, with this new job and all these new people and got this whole other life going on. I know it's dumb, but I just hate that I'm not a part of it.
He's the saddest piece of shit boy ever. I love how it says alone is an emotion, but alienated. I guess not. Alone was a feeling, but whatever.
It's not dumb. But maybe it's okay that you're not a part of it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely not. He's a sad boy. Okay, here's the definitions. Okay, what? All right, so we should read the chapter, right? Organizational communication. After reading this chapter, you should... Hold on, how many fucking pages is this? What the fuck? $16 pages? Alright, that's not the worst thing ever. You know what we're going to go to? Just lo-fi in the background. Yeah, that'll be really good. How about we do this guy too? Blow it up big. Nope. There we go. In March 2013, Facebook reported having 1.11 billion users, approximately 1 out of 7 people around the globe, and clearly a higher proportion in many parts of the world. As these billion-plus users contemplate the possibilities for establishing and updating their personal information on the site, they are met with a variety of possibilities for specifying relational status, including single, married, engaged, in an open relationship, divorced, widowed, in a civil union, in a domestic partnership. In the midst of all the list of options, one stands out as different from the rest. It's complicated. This is such a weird beginning chapter. Chapter 1, the challenge of organizational communication. That simple statement could be seen as defining much of our 21st century world and our lives within that world. Our relationships are complicated. Our families are complicated. Our work is complicated. Our politics and government are complicated. Our global economy is complicated. Our connections with the other nation states are complicated. Our beliefs about ourselves are complicated. This is very true. This is this is the plot of The Fucking Good Place, man. Is life gets more and more complicated, so it becomes harder and harder to become a good person. Nowhere is this complexity more apparent than in a consideration of communication processes or in a consideration of organizations, institutions, and social groupings. There's little doubt that our organizational world is much more complicated than the world of 100 years ago. Think of agriculture, increasing industrialization, and the birth of the assembly line, or the world of 60 years ago. Think of moving to the suburbs, long-term employment, and father knows best. Or even 25 years ago, think of cross-functional work teams, the early years of the internet, and the fracturing of the proverbial glass ceiling. Whose glass ceiling would that be? I'd love to know more about that, because it's still very much in place. Mark Penn, 2007, contends that we have moved from the age of Ford, in which you can have a car any color as long as it's black, to the age of Starbucks, in which the variety of beverages available is truly staggering. As advertising campaigns, in-store signs, and the person ordering in front of us constantly remind us, there are thousands of ways to customize a latte or a frappuccino. However, this is not to say that the past time periods have not taught us a great deal about ways to understand the complexity of our world today or provide us with strategies for coping with the high levels of complexity that confront us. Indeed, on a daily basis, we as individuals, families, organizations, and societies find ways to live productively in this complicated world. This textbook takes you on a journey of understanding of the complex world of organizational communication and the role of interacting individuals and groups within that world. This journey will involve trips to the past to consider how scholars and practitioners have historically approached issues relevant to organizational communication. It will also involve the consideration of a wide range of processes that make organizations complicated and help us cope with that complexity. These include processes of socialization, decision-making, conflict management, technology, emotion, and diversity. In this first chapter, however, we will take an initial look at which ways today's organizational world is complicated. The initial look will be a brief and partial one, but it will introduce some of the ways in which participants in 21st century organizations are confronted with confounding and challenging problems. We will then consider strategies for thinking about the concepts of organization and quote communication that will assist us on our journey as we explore approaches and processes in the understanding of organizational communication. Our complicated world. There are a myriad of ways we can illustrate the complexity of today's world, and as we work through this textbook, we will discuss many of the complicated issues that confront us. In the last chapter, we will look at how the landscape of organizational communication has changed in recent years and will continue to change in the future. In this chapter, however, we consider four aspects of our world that were barely on the radar several decades ago, but that today dominate much of our thinking and news coverage. They are globalization, terrorism, climate change, and changing demographics. When the fuck was this written? Seventh, terrorism. How about we not talk it as coded against brown people? How about we not talk about it as 2015 and 2012? Oh, fucking course. Terrorism. Literally just code for anti-brown. Hey, Steel Blue. How's it going? It has become a truism to state that we now live in a global economy and participate in a global marketplace. As transportation and telecommunication systems improve, our world becomes ever more connected in economic, political, organizational, and personal terms. We're reading chapter 1 of my book right now. I got to read that before I take my quiz. In a minute, we're going to play some Mario Golf. I think we're going to read like 3 or 4 pages and then play some Mario Golf. As one analyst summarized, welcome to the new global economy. One guy sneezes and someone gets a cold. Bremer, 2012. That's a non-quote. The emergence of a global economy was facilitated by key political changes such as the end of the Cold War and the development of the European Union, and it has included the emergence of a variety of institutions to help regulate the global economy. Thanks, Steel Blue. I appreciate it. What time is it? It is 11 o'clock. Yeah, we got some time before I do my first post. The globalization movement has led to practices such as outsourcing, in which cheap businesses move manufacturing and service centers to countries where labor is cheap. In a global economy, many organizations have a multinational or international presence with employees of a single organization found in many locations worldwide. Further, in a global economy, businesses are no longer centered in a few Western nations, but also spread among nations throughout the developing world. Pretty sure I have a cat behind me. Come on here, Kiki. Come on. You got it. The complexity of these global interconnections became especially clear during the global recession that began in 2007. As one analytical website summarized, a collapse of the U.S. subprime mortgage market and the reversal of the housing boom in other industrialized economies had a ripple effect around the world. Global financial crisis in 2009. Though the United States began to emerge from its recession in 2012 and 2013, European nations took a different tack in responding to the crisis and continued to struggle during that period. And Bremer notes that the economy should scare us the most right now is the Chinese one. The country is slowing down, and that's precisely because of the halting recovery and the weakness in the U.S. and European systems and the fact that the sputtering has been going on for some time. Maybe if we didn't fucking cheat the goddamn system and inflate the fucking numbers, and then predatory loan and lending practices, maybe we wouldn't have blown up the goddamn economy. Assholes. They're like, oh, it's like a thing. It was like a bubble. Fucking greed. You know, bankers are in jail, which they all should be. Every single one of those guys responsible for the financial crisis should have been drawn and quartered. Some commentators see globalization as a largely positive and clearly unstoppable development. For example, in The World is Flat, 2005, Thomas Friedman argues that the global economy offers exciting opportunities for entrepreneurs with the requisite skills. However, many others argue that globalization can lead to problems such as domestic job loss, the exploitation of workers in third world nations, and environmental problems. Indeed, some scholars have raised important questions about the extent to which models of capitalism developed in the United States should be exported to nations with very different governmental and cultural systems. It becomes clear. Sorry, the cat is really pissing me off. She cannot get comfortable, and because she can't get comfortable, I can't get comfortable. It becomes clear from all sides of the debate that our new world involves complex interconnections between businesses, political, and cultural systems. These interconnections make it difficult to fully understand the ramifications of both globalization systems and the proposed means for making globalization work effectively. Joseph Stiglitz, who critiques the economic institutions associated with globalization, in his 2002 book, Globalization and Its Discontents, noted in 2006 that there is at least a hope for dealing with these complex systems. He argues that while globalization's critics are correct in saying that it has been used to push a particular set of values, this need not be so. Globalization does not have to be bad for the environment, increase inequality, weaken cultural diversity, and advance corporate interests at the expense of the well-being of ordinary citizens. Except that's what it's doing. Steel Blue, I'm sorry you can't get comfortable. I wish that you could. More recently, economist Danny Roderick. Stop. Oop, there we go. Has argued that it may be necessary to scale back on the hyperglobalization that comes from deeply integrated economic systems in order to enhance the goals of national sovereignty and democratic politics. The field of organizational communication can contribute a great deal to these debates about globalization. The challenges of globalization are not just economic, they also concern messages, relationships, and systems of understanding. Some of the questions that organizational communication scholars now consider in the area of globalization include: how can organizational members communicate effectively in the contracted time and space of global markets? How can communication be used to enhance the understanding in the multicultural workplaces that are a crucial feature of our global economy? How can communication processes in business, government, and non-governmental organizations be used to protect the rights of workers in the States and abroad? How does organizing occur in the realm of political and economic policy debates that are critical to the long-term direction of the global economy? How do corporations communicate about the balance between providing goods and services at a price preferred by consumers and providing a safe and economically secure workplace for their employees? I love how every time I take a communications course, it is always ethics adjacent. They never, ever manage to touch on the ethics of why we should do something like this. It's always... My communications courses are fucking stereo instructions. They don't ever really answer any questions about why we should do any of these things. What are the actual ramifications of the things that we do? Like this globalization. What's the point of all this organizational communication if there's no ethics behind it? Ugh. Boy, howdy, do I not want to read about terrorism in my organizational communication book. Jesus. The terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001 changed the world in profound ways. In the years following 9/11, subsequent attacks in London, Madrid, Bali, India, and elsewhere, combined with frequent news stories about attacks that have been thwarted and individuals arrested for planning more attacks, make it clear that terrorism will be a watchword in our lives for many years to come. In recent years, terrorism was just a fucking scapegoat. Terrorism, like the books, this shit is clearly old. Terrorism is just terrorism was a fucking scapegoat that we used to just expand imperialism around the globe, and that's literally all it was. Colin Powell lied about fucking WMDs. We have it on record. They admit to it, and no one was charged with war crimes for starting a war in Iraq. On literal fucking false pretenses. Whether or not you believe jet fuel can melt steel beams, or it was an inside job, Building 7, or all the other conspiracies that surround September 11th and the attacks. What is true is the war that followed it, and the war on terror, was largely about the war on drugs. It was a complete fucking buffoonery, a farce generated to enact a secret plan. Which, in the case of the war on drugs, it was Reagan's plan to get rid of black people. That didn't do a good job. But it did, however, massively bolster the industrial prison complex. The prison industrial complex. Immensely, and fast-tracked the fucking school-to-prison pipeline. More so than we ever have. It... destroyed lots of lives, millions of lives, and effectually caused rooted false opinions and ideas about welfare in stereotypes about welfare queens and other shits. It's outrageous. And terrorism was just the war on drugs 2.0, where they were like, well, we need control in Middle Eastern countries and other places around the world, so we're going to fucking claim that terrorists are now the thing. And we're just going to put bases and put our presence and put military occupation. We're just going to fucking military occupy every country on this earth. And have a defense budget that's like, what? Is it like the next 12 countries combined? Or something? Like, our defense budget is more than the next 12 countries below us combined? Or more than that, I think? It's fucking outrageous. I don't want to, I'm just skimming the terrorism section. I really don't want to read it because it's weirdly, it's not weirdly, but it's like directly, it glosses over so many important issues about the war on terrorism, the war on terror, and the actual practical effects of the war on terror. And really, just a war on Muslims. climate change. Okay. No, we're going to take a break. And I don't want to read about climate change either. Changing demographics. We'll read about changing demographics in a second. We are, however, going to turn down some desktop audio because we're going to turn on some... Uh-oh, hold on. You can't hear any, Do we not have any? Uh-oh. Mario Golf. That sucks. Well, that's alright. We're going to play for just a little bit, I think. No, this is pissing me off. Hold on. There we go. Now we can kind of hear some Mario Golf. All right. Are you ready to play? I am ready to play for just a minute. Nice shot. I only got one hole in one in my entire life in this dumb game. 4 iron? 5 iron? There we go. There we go. Drop it nice and high. Nice on. Oh, hit that birdie. Oh yeah, totally. How about we do this? You'll still be able to hear. Let's see. How about we do? There we go. Nice Steel Blue. We'll do this, and now you can full screen the game. So you can see in the bottom right hand corner, I've got a new logo in the corner. That's from a company called Diner Ghoul. So Humans is sponsored. I just organized it. And I got a phone call with them and everything. But I'm gonna be like, I have to rework my setup here really soon. I got a PC that I got to set up. I got a new monitor. I got some new things and shit like that, whatever it was. And once I get all that shit set up, I was gonna not relaunch the brand per se, but I'm really excited to like do a thing. It's going good. Just playing some Mario Golf for a little bit. I love just some water. Thanks. Top spin. Hey Payne, what's up, man? I'm good. I'm good. I'm just taking a tiny break before we do some more homework. I'm reading in the middle of a chapter and shit like that. Put that backspin. Put that backspin on this game. Nice on. I'm good, bro. I'm good. How about you, man? How's your neck going? Ah, fuck off. Nice bar. This is GameCube, man. This is my GameCube. Mario Golf was on N64, and then you had Mario Golf Advance Tour on the Game Boy Advance, which was pretty cool. This is Mario Golf Toadstool Tour on the GameCube. It's good shit. Par 3. That's good. How about we hit it a little high? Give it a little top spin. Oof. Slice! That's on the green, though. Oh, you never owned a GameCube? Dude, now is the time to get one. Sorry. Like, fully now is the time to get a GameCube. Because they're just amazing. Wait. Shit. There we go. Middle. $29 I need to come up like a little bit left. GameCube's this shit. There are so many good GameCubes, dude. Oh, what kind of fucking shit was that? Let's see. I've got... This is Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, Resident Evil 4, Animal Crossing, Luigi's Mansion, Star Wars, the Lego Star Wars, the Lord of the Rings, SSX Tricky, The Wind Waker, plus Twilight Princess, Super Mario Sunshine, Melee, Super Mario Strikers, Mario Tennis, Metroid Prime, Super Mario Baseball, and the best Mario Kart that there is, Double fucking Dash. Double Dash is the goddamn shit. Yeah! Mario! Mario! I love that shit. How about we hit a power shot? There you go. Give it a little top spin. Metroid Prime is the best Metroid. Yes. Fully, I cannot agree with you more. I cannot agree with you more. Fucking Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime is not only one of the best Metroid games. 3 iron? Oh, fucking yeah, go 4 iron. 5 iron? Yeah, let's do 5 iron. It's not only one of the best Metroid games, it's one of the best 3D games. Just period. It's really fucking good. Just as a game, it's incredible. Ooh, this will be a good birdie. We're gonna hit it. You know what? We're gonna hit it middle and zoom down a little bit in 23 feet. And how about we... Oh, look at that birdie shot, yo! I love Metroid Prime, and I will absolutely be playing that on this stream. This fucking Metroid Prime is the shit. It is still one of the best games. One of the first-person action adventure games, because they took the Metroidvania style, like room-to-room exploration, and just like flawlessly moved it from 2D to 3D. like completely. Sure, the map is a little wonky to use a little bit. It gets a little confusing at times, like, what the fuck am I looking at? Yeah. But holy shit, man, that game is so fun. The combat is fast. Shooting mechanics and shit like that were just so goddamn on point. It's good shit. It's good shit. Go all taps, man. $279. I'm gonna go right in the goddamn. Oh fuck! Christ. Putting wedge, pitching wedge. There we go. Sure. Fuck it. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, damn it. In the rough.
Nice shot.
Lame. Ugh. Suck face suck. God, I'm not even on the green.
Bogey.
Ugh, bogey. Lame. Toadster's beating me by -3. Fuck off. A key to. Alright. Bam. Nice fire. Nice. Burn your soul. Anyway, I like Mario Golf. It's such a chill game. I used to play it. I played it a fuck ton for so long. 3 iron. Yeah, we'll just do a 3 iron. We'll do like 163 yards. Let's see how it hits. Let's see how this hits.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Birdie putt. And up the hill. Ah, too hard. Nice par. I never really understood golf for the longest time. Oh, there we go. Still -1.
Nice shot. Nice on. Birdie putt.
This always happens. I always do the fucking thing.
Nice ball.
I just get a little too far past. Oops, backspin. Dumb. Stop it in its tracks, I guess. Put it right here, I think. Put a little English on that ball. Birdie putt. Come on. Come on. Oh, sink it. Yeah, yeah. Alright, Mario. Chill the fuck out. Shit, bro. Hole 9. There we go. Get it past the fucking sand. Get it past the sand. Get it past the sand. Thank you. There we go. How was the rest of your stream, Payne? I didn't see. There we go. I had to take care of my little bean. He got really cranky towards the end of the night. Nice. Right over the tree. Ooh, fairway. Nice. Chip shot. There we go. 12 yards. Let's fucking sink it. Ah, right over it. Got double wormed and instantly died. That sounded like it sucks. Nice birdie. Nice birdie. That's funny. Samaron seems like a cool dude. Tell me about him. How'd you meet him? Oh, sure. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't hit shit. Oh, no. Oops. Into the rough. Into the rough, you guys. Sure, burn it. He's my oldest online friend. We met playing a game that no longer exists. That's like if you guys had met like playing MSN Gaming Zone chat or something like that, right? Oh fuck, I can't hit anything. Marvel Heroes was fun. He's a huge Marvel fan. He streams. Oh, that sucks. I mean, that's cool that he hangs out with you and stuff like that. It's kind of a bummer that he doesn't stream as much anymore. All right, we gotta put a. I gotta put a pause on the games for a little bit. I gotta get back to doing some homework. We gotta knock this out. Here, hold on. Where is this being a thing? There we go. I gotta start reading some more a little bit. (2015) played in a guild when we played played it together, usually co-op PvE games. Oh yeah. Welcome to COM 2170, Payne. Organizational communication. It's fun shit. I'm glad you're here. This is what we were doing before we were playing golf. Just taking around playing this. That's cool. That's cool. Early models of communication were highly simplistic, arguing that a communication could be conceptualized with a model such as an SMCR, which source transmits a message through a channel to a receiver, which is kind of the current model anyway, but Robert Craig proposed the model of communication theory to help sort out these various aspects. Transmission model of communication, constitutive model of communication. 7 domains of communication theory. Good lord. Rhetorical, semiotic, phenomenological, cybernetic, socio-psychological, sociocultural. Yeah, communication, right? And critical. Communication theorized as the practical art of discourse, intersubjective mediation by signs, experience by otherness, dialogue, information processing, expression, interaction, influence, reproduction of social order, and discursive reflection. Interesting. Probably use that one later. Chapter 4. Key concept: globalization, outsourcing terrorism, war on terror, homeland security, generational cohorts, requisite variety, transmission model of communication. All right. Sender, receiver, encode. Okay, so the sender is the person sending the message. The receiver is the person receiving the message. Encoding is creating a message. Decoding is interpreting a message. Information is physical noise, emotional noise, intellectual noise. Demographics. All right, let's do a quiz. Let's take a quiz, you guys. Purpose of the quiz, blah blah blah. Read the statement below as if the coworker in the photo said it to you. Then select the best. Feel disappointed because your company does not value your skills and effort. Yes. Question 2. Shaniqua and Tad have never had a conversation together. Attended their first training program in their new organization. They excited to apply their technology skills to the new positions. The trainer spends the first hour sharing many new regulations, new terminology. Uh-oh. Oops. It would be intellectual noise. Bill, who is 20, sends an important text message to his 60-year-old boss. He still hasn't received an answer by 3 p.m. and wonders why. Understanding demographics. Why do you think Bill has not received an answer from his boss yet? Let's take a look at my thing. Bam, bam, bam. Concept of demographics is page 8. Demographics refers demographics refer to statistical descriptions of characteristics of a population such as age, race, income, educational attainment, and so on. Undeniably important. Bill, who's 20. Boss does not use. I would assume the boss does not use text messaging. Eleanor is working online with Jim from Australia and Greta from Germany. According to the textbook, are they part of an organization? Generational cohorts. Yeah, I think they would be, right? Sure. We'll say they are. You had a meeting with your boss and he canceled last minute. You're first angry, however, but what about knowing what you know about perception? What would you do first? Think of all the reasons why he needed to cancel the meeting. Empathy. It's not perception, it's empathy. Stop mixing up perception and empathy. This course is pissing me off because it keeps talking about empathy and claiming it's perception. Oh, you know what? I'm actually not wanting to hear any more golfing. Thank you. Josh had the best idea how to fix Lydia's problem with their neighbor. When he shared it with her, she did it for her. What is Josh missing? Yeah, he needs to just understand her thing. Megavan, a reservation agent for ABC Airlines, picks up her next customer call. Using a calm tone and seeking to understand the needs of the customer. All right, let's see what we got on our quiz. Ready? Here we go. 7 out of 7. All right. Bodes well for the class. Chapter 1 discussion. This is due in 30 minutes, so this is the first thing I need to do. Purpose of the discussion is to help you assess your ability to reflect on how to solve problems between organizations using communication. There are lots of organizations that need to communicate with each other to accomplish any goal, even if it is just making a pencil. Many different organizations are needed to bring a product to market, but with all that communication, there are bound to be communication barriers, both internal and external. Some of these barriers include having differences in time zone, language, culture, transportation, department, competition. What the fuck is department competition? Thanks, Bane, for the pogs. Is that the current Pog emote right now? That's cool. I thought it was a lizard for a little while. I saw a thing that was like, new Pog emote, it's a lizard. And I'm like, that's hilarious. Let's keep it a lizard. Lizard Pogs are delicious. Well, I haven't hit the ball yet. That's what the ghost is saying. Boo is saying as he travels across my screen. First step in the discussion is watch the following video. Look for organizational communication barriers that may bring the bringing the pencil to market difficult. For want of wonder, not for want of wonders. This is some dumb shit. All right.
This is the world we live in. If we weren't surrounded by it every day, if we didn't take it for granted, we'd be dumbstruck by its very intricacy and brilliance. This is an ordinary, familiar wooden pencil. You might think a pencil is simple. Chances are you've been using one since before you could even read or write. But just because it's familiar...
I'm sorry. How would I be using a pencil before I could write? Or read? You wanna take a stab at that one, Payne? Because that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Doesn't mean it's simple.
Okay. Just...
In fact, it's complicated, elaborate.
Have I played Chibi Robo? I have not. Though, if it's what I'm thinking, it actually is a fully legendary game. If it's... we need to take a second. Right here, let's just look it up. Chibi Robo GCN. My internet is really fucking slow. Yeah, I think I remember it. I think it's one of those games that was just like, not a lot of people played it. It makes a note of that. This pencil video is fucking stupid, but whatever. I feel like Chibi Robo was one of those games that was not very popular, but legitimately developed like a tight following, like Killer 7. Killer 7 was this really stylized game on GameCube. I didn't play it, and I always wanted to play it. I just never got around to it. But it was it was just one of those like, oh hell yeah! People talked about it, and it was super fucking crazy. Cool shit. Anyway, I just remember it was like being a thing, but it just wasn't that popular. But because it wasn't necessarily popular, it was one of those things where like, oh, people just kind of like pass on it, and they're like, what the fuck? But it's super fucking cool. So it's a thing. The GameCube was a very hit and miss system. I feel like a lot of people skipped it. A lot of people did not play it. Didn't get into it because like the 64 was still like a really big thing, and it came out like at the time when like PlayStation and Xbox were super fucking popular, and then PlayStation 2 was like the biggest thing ever. So I feel like, oh, and then Dreamcast was also a thing. And so GameCube was just too fucking weird. The mini discs and stuff like that. There was just too many things that were just hella fucking weird. And then all of this, a lot of the sequels are not, they're not that good of sequels in mainly the public's eyes. Like if you look at like Super Mario Sunshine, like Mario Sunshine is really, I love it, but it didn't get a lot of praise. It was like, okay, it's kind of cool, but the like jetpack water spout mechanic thing that he uses got a lot of hate. Wind Waker got the most hate of any Legend of Zelda game because they had that like 3D Legend of Zelda trailer that appeared. I would take out certain relatives for a Dreamcast. Like I would trade certain relatives for a Dreamcast in a system. The fucking Power Stone series, Wind Waker caused a lot of problems because it went from like the thing that they showed in the, you know, like the showcase or whatever it was, you know, was wildly different than the fucking cell shaded graphic game that we got that was Wind Waker. I love the fuck out of Wind Waker, and it is one of the most incredible Legend of Zelda titles, and is totally underrated. But it got so much hate because it was not what they promised. It went from like super awesome 3D looking Ocarina of Time styles, you know, just better graphics, to being like cartoon Link, and it was bullshit. It was bullshit, and a lot of people freaked the fuck out because Majora's Mask was also like not a proper Ocarina of Time sequel. It was super fucking weird by comparison to Ocarina of Time. The mask stuff, the clock tower sequence, everything is like slightly the same. Everything is the same but still slightly different. Like it was just not. It was not good. So the GameCube, and then GameCube's launch title, Luigi's Mansion. It was a Luigi game, not a Mario game. It was a Luigi game. So GameCube did not get started on a strong footing, and never recovered. Launch titles were Luigi's Mansion and Wave Race Blue Storm. Not miraculous killer fucking titles. What I want though, what I want on the GameCube, oh yeah, hell yeah, I want to get my favorite sports games though are on GameCube. NFL Street is my fucking favorite sports game. It's like, it's the best. It's like NFL Blitz 2000 or whatever for the Nintendo 64, but it's fun shit. You playing in backyards and under bridges and shit like that. Jet Moto is cool shit. Jet Moto is deeply, deeply underrated and absolutely deserves like a fucking PlayStation 5 remake. All right, we gotta watch this stupid video.
Beautiful, elegant,
and make this fucking comment in 20 minutes.
Is too improbable for any one person to truly comprehend.
Oh, speaking of, sorry, let's pause. Speaking of fucking PlayStation 1 games, I bought Metal Gear, the original Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear Solid, I should say, whatever it was. I can't fucking wait to play. So I made a list of all the PlayStation games that I'm going to play for Playday Thursdays, right? So once I'm done with the Resident Evil franchise, I'm going to do God of War next. That's Ascension, Ghost of Sparta, Chains of Olympus, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in order, which will be really, really fun. But then I'm going to fucking do Metal Gear Solid. I'm going to do Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, MGS 4, because I have Guns of the Patriots over here. And then I'm going to buy 5. I can't fucking wait to do a Metal Gear Solid, because I've never played. The first Metal Gear I played was 4. I never played. I watched my friend play 3 when I had a PlayStation 2. I know that. I definitely do know that. I would love to play the fucking, like, I think it's Game Boy color Metal Gear game. I was watching like a playthrough on YouTube. It looks fucking cool. Anyway, sorry, I gotta watch this fucking video and do this homework.
These are the basic materials that go into a pencil: graphite, cedar,
For sure.
metal, and rubber. But if you had all the elements of a pencil right in front of you, could you make a pencil? It's not as easy as you might think. In fact, no single person on the face of the earth could do it without the help of countless others.
I'm sorry. No single person could do it? That's bullshit, but okay. Only Sith deal in absolutes, but I feel like Snake Eater's early, technically.
A pencil, just like you and me.
Snake Eater's like when he's a young man.
An intricate family tree, a symphony of human activity.
I just remember Revolver Ocelot being like a kid in. He's like a kid in 3, but he's like kind of like older in MGS.
Spans the globe. Through their work and knowledge, a vast number of people have had a hand in making this simple pencil. Unlike your family tree, this one begins with an actual tree. The most immediate ancestor of the pencil is a cedar tree in the Pacific Northwest. But the loggers who harvest the timber are also its ancestors. And these men don't work alone. They, in turn, are assisted by the people and industries that produce the saws, rope, and countless other tools that they use. These are also the ancestors of our pencil. As is the waitress at a nearby diner who sells the loggers' lunch, to say nothing of the thousands of people involved in producing that simple midday meal. Across time and space, the web grows. Consider the roads, trucks, ships.
Okay, that's kind of cool, actually.
And the people who design, build, and maintain them. All of them are necessary to bring the lumber to the mills and the slat factories that process them. All of them are also the ancestors of the pencil.
Which then are all everything that took to build all those factories, right?
So far, all we have is a stained wooden slat, a naked half of a wooden body of a pencil. But its family tree is larger and more extensive. The graphite is mined in China and Sri Lanka. At the pencil factory, it's mixed with clay and heat and other materials before it's extruded, dried, and baked in a kiln. People from different continents, different cultures, cooperate to bring these materials together with waxes and kilns and equipment from across the world. These too are the ancestors of the pencil. And the same is true of the eraser. With ingredients from around the world, it's the end result of a similarly complex and exotic branch of the family tree. As is the ferrule, the metal band made from material that is mined, refined, and shipped from all over the world. Each part of the pencil is the result of the collaboration and cooperation of millions of people. Together, they form a process that is constantly changing and adapting. A change in the availability or cost of material from one place might make another source more desirable, and the process changes and adapts fluidly. And there is a fact that's still more astounding: the absence of a mastermind, of anyone dictating these countless actions which bring a pencil into being. Each member of this family tree supplies only a small amount of the necessary know-how needed to make a pencil. They do so voluntarily, not because they necessarily want pencils or like pencils, but because by working to create them, they exchange their labor and skills for the wages that let them buy what they want and need. What you're seeing is the market at work. The spontaneous configuration of creative human energies, of millions of people with their various skills and talents.
Is it a purse made out of a pencil?
In response to
Oh
human
no.
necessity and desire, as if led by an invisible hand to promote an end which was no part of the intention. Every second we are alive.
Also, who holds pencils like that?
From the products of voluntary, spontaneous cooperation. This is the modern world. It's miraculous, it's intricate, and it gets better every day, so long as people are free to interact with each other. If we can leave the creative energies of humankind uninhibited, there's no limit to what we can accomplish.
Choose 2 companies associated with making pencils. Oh, okay. So I don't actually need to choose a company. I just need to choose a thing. They didn't even talk about the company to make the pencil. And then let's just say aluminum mining. All right, let's reply with a simple let's see. In the above lists, there exists only the individual companies that make up parts of the pencil. Nowhere is it listed. Knowledgeable workers to all those raw materials, assemble them into products that can be sold public. A pencil. Man, I can't spell at all. I peck so bad, and yeah, anyway. Which ultimately have cross coordinate 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Bakers. Their company is hoping to produce assemble. Pencil company. Like China, Russia, Sri Lanka, Australia, Peru. Comprehensive understanding of the socio-cultural domain of communication theory. And this would be, I need to get a, what is it? What am I trying to do? I'm going to go to, what's the citation machine? That's it. Zoink. Create a new citation. This bitch is my recital. I think it's very vital. To rock on town, it's tricky to rock on town, something fun is tricky. Tricky. Sorry. Come on. 978-1285-164-205. Hi, Steel Blue. Yeah, I am. I don't know if you can hear me. That's just fully my, like, oop. My, whatever in place. Desktop audio. Yeah, you should still be able to hear it. I was worried that you wouldn't be able to hear the... It's like, that's just my ADD just kicking in, being like, yeah, this is a thing. Continue. Finalizing book details, the whole book. Complete citation. Great. And we're going to go copy in-text citation, and identifier is page. What is it, 14? No, 13. No, 14. Page 14. Copy. There we go. Oop, I forgot. Would help the would be helpful. Cultures. Stop. Cultures. Stop. Hiring an outside business relations firm to mediate the negotiation of business relations between them. So there is a third party present to oversee both ends of the deals and make sure there are no misunderstandings, misgivings on either end. And we're going to do that one. We're going to grab the citation thing, close this guy, ignore, copy citation, chapter 1 discussion, and place right there, and post reply. Blammo! Posted the reply at 12 a.m. It's due. Thanks, Payne. I appreciate you, brother. That was really what I needed to do, was just get that comment in at midnight. Thanks, Steel Blue. I love the internal music too. Sometimes it just randomly fucking shows up. So, Payne, I appreciate you chilling on the stream and stuff like that. I'm probably going to wrap up here in, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, I think. We're going to play some more, we did our one comment, so we're actually going to just fucking play some more Mario Golf at the moment. That's what we're going to do. There we go. Let's turn that down a little bit. And then we're going to turn back on. There we go. Oh, hell yeah. Ready for it? Streams live. Blammo. Let's play some more fucking Mario Golf, y'all. I did my comment and I read my thing and I did my quiz, which is dope AF, son. All right, let's fucking knock some Mario. Let's hit some more balls. Bam! Top spin. I got this. We're gonna fly. All right. Bam, 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 bam. So what I'm doing is, you can see me like, so I use the D-pad and I can hit somewhere on the ball. And I like to hit low underneath it because it means the ball goes high and doesn't roll as much. Let's do that. And I'll give it a little backspin because I don't want it to roll too far forward. Oops. We got 20 feet. We're angling a little down, so let's put this shit over here. Ah, too short. Too short. Nice par. Nice par. We got that par. How do we turn up? Turn lo-fi off. There we go. Blammo!
Nice on.
Nice on. Too far, too far. Oh, nice birdie! Got that. Got it, son. R5, hole 13. There we go. We gotta fucking... Oh, suck. I'm not hitting hard. Yeah, how about we don't hit the fucking trees?
Nice shot.
Nice shot. There we go. I just played this game really fast. Oh, woo! Thanks, Steel Blue. Monsters in the chat go, "Ow, woo!" I'll see it if I had a back. If I did a backspin on that, I might have fucking hit it. Here we go. Ready? Clunk! Oh, birdie! 2 birdies in a row. I think this game is so fucking chill. This is the best game. It's the only game. It's the only golf game I think I ever really like because it's not that hard. Birdie, a birdie. It's not that hard. Like, it proves to be a little bit hard, but it's definitely not like overly difficult. It's not like ridiculously complicated. Like, you want to bed?
Yeah.
Nice hit first. A little bit. And let's play some more stuff.
Killing it.
Screw you, Diddy. Suck it with your stupid face. Yeah, I am. I'm minus -4, and I did my comment before time, and I read my chapter.
Hell yeah.
And I did my quiz.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Homework and chill streams. This is a chill stream. Bones.
It's a stream on chill.
It's be chill. Are you gonna go to bed?
Yeah.
Sorry. So are you gonna take your phone with you?
Yeah, I just.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, do you think?
He's face towards the foot of the bed.
Awesome. Wicked. Sleepy Bay. Thank you. It's cool. I like this game. I really like this game. It's very, very fucking chill. Cool music, cool company. $391 yards. Yeah, this shit really far. Gang, gang, let's go. Golf gang, Gucci gang, golf gang, golf gang. There we go, right? And put that up there. And then 3 wedge. No, let's do that. We'll do the fucking 4 wood. Yeah, we'll do the 4 wood. Watch this. Or garbage. Bip. Ooh, pin shot.
Pin shot.
Nice. Oh no, too hard, too hard, too hard. Oh, thank God. Nice par. Nice par. Hell yeah. Anyway, I always fucking love this golf game. This is the only golf game that I think I'll ever play. I don't care for any of the other shit. It's too hard. Like Tiger's Wood golf game, they're too realistic, which is also like, no. I don't want it to be super real. It's too fucking hard. So this is fun. There's like ring shot games. There's like play against other people and stuff like that. I think this game is really fun. 15. 342 yards. And we're gonna fucking put that past the tree. Yeah, no thanks. I'm not gonna get hit. Sail right past that tree. Love it. Love it. Oh, fuck. Hit nowhere. Right in the middle of the tree because I can't hit anything. Sorry, I just got a text message. Really? Right in the tree, you guys? Jesus Christ. Alright, fuck. What the fuck is it? Oh my God. Literally right in front of the tree. Unbelievable. Putting wedge. I can't do that. If I hit a sand wedge, I'm gonna fucking... Fuck off. Lame. Alright, I gotta sink this putt. Nope. Too far. Jesus Christ. Fuck is right. Fuck is right. Here we'll go. Putter long. Nope. Putter short. Putter medium. There we go. 31 feet. 33 feet. Because we got to get a little on the thing. There we go. Right. Nice. We got a bogey. We got a bogey. It's not so bad. Fucking Diddy with his +5. Paratrooper with +13. Yoicks. Yoicks. It's a bogey on every hole or more. Too short.
Nice on.
Nice.
Birdie putt.
15 feet. Hit a little past. Oh shit. Too short. Fucking stupid. Thanks, stupid. I panic too much. I twitch and I'm like, oh shit, oh fuck. So like, par on a hole is good. I've only ever gotten one hole in one once, and it was such a freak accident. I was like, what? No way possible. It's crazy town. par 5. That's a long asshole. That's what she said. Alright, and put it over here.
Nice shot.
There we go. Nice shot. This ball is on fire. Sorry. Okay, here. So let me explain how to play this. Let me explain how to play this Steel Blue, because it's actually not that bad. So you've got your, if you hit up and down, you can choose your club. So your woods are far, right? The 1 is the strongest, the 3 is sort of strong, the 4 is less strong. You got your irons, which you hit mid distances, right? And then you've got your wedges, your pitching wedge, something wedge, and your sand wedge, and then you got your putter. Okay? So really, it's just longest to shortest distance. That's all. And I don't really pay attention to what club I'm specifically using, and just pay attention to like where I need the ball to land. If I hit L and R, I can kind of set the distance, right? You can see the thing come close. Or I can set it really far out, etc. Usually I try to set the... You want to hit where the arrow is, so it says 130 yards. Like, if I, activate the sequence, blah, blah, blah. Let's borrow the B, though. I'll explain that. So, you've got a sequence, right? I hit the A button, and then the bar comes up and comes back down. It comes up and comes back down. So, I have to start the sequence. So let's just do this. We're going to do the 1 yard, right? And then I'm going to use the D-pad to, if I want to hit it higher, lower on the ball, right? And it'll make it higher and it won't roll it. Or I'll hit on top of the ball, right? And make it hit lower so that it'll roll a little bit more forward momentum. Or I can hit it to the right or to the left of the ball to give it a little bit of a curve or a slice or something like that and shit like that. Anyway. Or I hit a power stroke or I hit a normal stroke, right? With the B button. I only have 6 power strokes. I've burned through 5 of them. Okay, so we're just going to do this, right? So this would be, I'm going to start the button, I'm going to start it with A. Okay. And then I either hit A or B at the point. The A or B, so if I hit, so I have to start the sequence with A. And either I hit A at the point, at the end point, right, where I've set the little thing 201 yards, it will auto stroke it, right? It will just randomly assign a line. It goes up, and then it comes back down. And so if I do it on the auto, all I have to do is just try to get it as, right on that little arrow, down arrow. I'm doing a shitty job explaining this, but... start the sequence and press the A button again when it matches in line with wherever I've set this arrow, right? So if I set it 123 yards and I hit the A button and then I hit it again at that little down arrow, it'll give me the perfect stroke. Now, if I do B instead, it means it's a manual stroke. Now, with a manual stroke, I can put top spin on the ball to make it roll forward, or I can put back spin on the ball to make it roll backwards. So if I hit the A button to start the sequence, hit B button on the down arrow at 123 yards, or in this case 201, right? If I hit it in the right way and I get it, I'll get a perfect stroke. And now I have to wait for it to come all the way back down to where currently the A is. And I have to line it up. There's a little blue line, you can barely see it right underneath the A. I kind of have to get it within there. And that helps me, if I get it right on that perfect little gray line, again, it's like the completion of a perfect stroke. So imagine you have to line it up. You hit the A button to start your stroke, and then you get the A button, you hit the button at the top of your stroke, right, to get the right amount. And then you got to hit the button again as you come down and hit the ball. And if the closer you hit your button towards that vertical line that's right underneath the blinking A right now, the more on your stroke will be. If you hit a wild guy, it'll slice or curve your ball to the left or the right. I know it's kind of shitty. So I'm going to hit the A button. I'm going to hit the B button. And then I'll hit the AA twice. Right there. Now I hit an AA because I want to give it a heavy, heavy top spin. And it seems a little confusing, but... So like this one, you can also see the way the arrows or the way the lines in the land are moving. It can show how it's sloping down, right? Red means there's a heavy slope. White means it's like a gentle slope, right? I think that's what that means. Blue, oh, sorry. The way it's sloping means it's down, but red means it's higher elevation. Blue means it's lower elevation. So like this, I see that it's going to probably want to bounce to the right. I'll give it a little bit like this dude. We'll give it A, B, and I'll give it a little bit of a backspin. Oh, fuck, that was such a good shot.
Birdie putt.
Nice, that was such a good shot.
Very well.
I almost fucking sunk that as like a... as an eagle. Shit would have been awesome. Thank you. That was a good shot. That was a hell of a good shot. Hole 18. Hell yeah. Alright. Alright, so... give it a little bit of a curve, because I kind of want it to roll a little bit. I'll give it a power shot. .236, 233, 235 is fine. Right? Yeah. Super top spin. So if I did AB super top, so A is a little bit of top spin, AA is regular top spin, AB is super top spin, B is backspin, BB is regular backspin, BA is super backspin. So we'll go like this guy right here, and we'll go A, B, BB. Let's give it a little bit of backspin. Can't believe I didn't hit that.
Nice par.
Nice par.
Mm-hmm. Yeah! It's me, Mario.
Nice. -4.
Hell yeah, son.
I mean, of course, we unlocked a new course. It's not bad. Oh, it's not bad at all. Oh, click.
And the award goes to Mario.
Also, that that trophy is the size of me. Jesus. What the shit? Nice. So they've got let's see, lessons? No. One player. So let's be Mario again, right? They've got training, individual holes, side games, birdie challenge, shot practice, approach and putting practice. Compete to be the closest to the pin in one stroke. Speed golfing, coin attack, club slots, ring attack, doubles, stroke play, giggity, character match. Luigi. I don't know how to do this. Anyway, there's like ways to get other characters. There's like a bunch of secret characters. So we can play a cheap tournament and we're playing all 18 holes. Now, am I ready to play? Yes, Toad, I am ready to play. Thank you. I love it. So I got 3-mile-an-hour winds coming at me. I want to keep it low. Oh. Slice it to the right. Crumbles. Stroke playing. Ay, 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 ay. Swing. Cha. Stroke play. Oh. See, I got right out of the zone. I got really out of the shitty zone, so I fucking sliced it miserably. There we go. I'm gonna go right past the little... Sorry, that was my party on Garth. Right? Yeah. Oh, nice par.
Yeah.
Stroke on, Wayne. Hey man, if you're gonna spew into this. That's my favorite part of the stupid movie. He gets it. It's like a water cup from like a shitty, like a office, you know, like they're at the water cooler in office space or something, and he gets in the water, like in one of those little fucking spew into this. The fucking movie is so bad. It looks like I got the wind behind me, huh? Yeah, there we go. 4-mile-an-hour wind. Fucking blow it up. Blammo! Nice shot. Bounce. Bounce. Super spin! 229. Nice on. Birdie putt. Nope, too hard. Fuck off. Could have got it. But I chumped. I chumped out. I gotta get a goddamn birdie. Oh, we need to fucking 3-iron. Yeah, let's go to the 3-iron. Top spin. Sandwich. Six yards? Oh shit. Let's see if we can hit this. Damn it. There we go. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
528 yards. Oh, garbage. What a garbage hit. Ah, terrible nonsense. Yeah. What the fuck is... That was dumb. Great. Wonderful. Thank you for that. Why the fuck did that happen?
You're gonna spew into this, man.
Nice shot.
Oh, fucking. How did that not go in? Oh, unbelievable. Oh, +1. Yoshi got a dickhead. Alright.
Nice shot.
Super top spin. Wir super. We're super top spinning. We're doing the things. Actually, is there any? There's a fucking tree right in my way. What the hell, you piece of shit. Oh my god, into the water. Play it where it lies. Not bad. Could have been worse.
Bogey.
Lame. Lame. Oh, +2. Alright, that's where I think we're going to end the night. Oh, we turn some more chill hop back in. So, hey, it was a fun stream. Thanks, guys, for everybody coming and hanging out with us while we did some homework and get some shit done. I gotta do some comments tomorrow and then do some other homework and shit like that. But fucking Yoshi. Fuck Yoshi and his dumb shit. I hate him. He's so stupid. But anyway, it was a really good chill. It was a good chill stream. Thanks to Payne for stopping by, Steel Blue and Crumbles. Captain Crumbles, y'all are the best. I really appreciate you guys always goofing off and hanging out on my streams, doing things. Let's see. Morty, excuse me. Let's see. We got some comments and shit we got to do. We'll probably do this in the morning and do some other stuff. But today is Thursday. You know what that means? It's Playdate Thursdays, motherfuckers. So I will see you guys in just a few hours, legitimately. I'll see you guys tomorrow, today afternoon. I'll see you guys today at 2 o'clock, and we're gonna play some fucking Resident Evil. We are done. We are so close. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my bones that we are almost done with Resident Evil, which is gonna be really, really fun. And I cannot fucking wait to play spooky ass Resident Evil 2. I'm so goddamn excited for the remake of RE2. I've watched some videos, but I haven't had any spoilers, so I don't know, I don't know any of the fucking puzzles or any of the shit we're gonna do. Like, I'm so fucking hyped to play 2 and then play 3 and stuff like that. That's just gonna be super fun. I've also never played 4 either, and I have it on fucking GameCube. So I'm like, I want to play it on PlayStation. We're probably gonna play it on PlayStation, but I'm like, I can also play it on GameCube, which is crazy to me. But yeah. So we're finishing up Resident Evil tomorrow. Like, I'm so positive. I'm so pumped, which will be really, really fun to do. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow, because it's 12:28. It is Thursday. I will see you guys tomorrow for our Flashback Fridays from 2 to 4 Mountain Standard Time, and we're gonna do some. I think we're gonna play some Vector Man 2. I've been talking about it for a little while. I just can't wait to play it. That shit will be really, really fun. But hell yeah, we're going to play some Vector Man 2 on Friday. That'll be really, really fun. And then I will see you guys on Saturday. Dude, we've streamed. The only day we didn't stream this week was Tuesday. It's crazy. We streamed on Monday. We streamed on Wednesday. We streamed on Thursday. We're streaming on Friday. We're streaming on Saturday, because Saturday is the 23rd. Saturday is the 23rd. That's Saturday Night Dread. Double science fiction feature shows. I can't say all the words because it's too late and I'm dyslexic. Science fiction double feature picture shows. That's the words that I was trying to say that were from Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's gonna be so fun. We're gonna pick some. I'm not even really sure what we're watching, but we're just gonna pop some goofy, some somethings in, and we're gonna watch, and we're gonna play Zombies Ate My Neighbors on Sega Genesis. That shit's gonna be really, really fun. So, stay tuned for all the fucking games of the next day. So I'll see you in a couple hours. I'll see you in the afternoon for Resident Evil. I'll see you tomorrow for Vector Man 2. And I'll see you Saturday night. That is 9 p.m. till 1 a.m. For double feature zombie movies, classic B horror movies, and Zombies Ate My Neighbors. That shit's going to be really, really fun. I'm excited. Anyway, I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful night. Thanks to everybody who was chilling and coming on the stream, lurking in the backgrounds and doing stuff. And I will see you guys in the morning, okay? See you on the stream.